Hello, beloved. My name is Jem, and I'm quite a lot of things in life. And one of those is an author of over 25 books available from Amazon. And I am so pleased with this one. Originally, this was published by Exhibitors in 2015. I took back my author rights and tried to publish it, but I had tons of format issues. So eventually, this is my sixth attempt, and finally, I'm happy. There's only one little error on the back. They've left out the J about my name, but it is what it is. So this is a book of channeling information from 2003 to 2015. And today I randomly opened up a channeling, and it's called Subject, Animals and Plants. And I channeled this the 13th of the 6th, 2003. My question, so it's usually in the format of questions and answers. So my question was, what are animals, plants, and insects, and their purpose? Welcome back, Jem. They are created to help you appreciate the wildness of nature. We will explain further. Your pets are your essence. Wild animals are your essence too, created to appreciate their power and beauty. For example, a lion. When you look at a lion, it is magnificent. When you see an eagle soar in the sky, you are reminded then you too can go to heaven and back. When you see dolphins, you are reminded of thought vibrations. Dolphins and whales communicate through their minds. All animals have been given a special sense that humans have not, and that is because each species is a representation of the completeness of you. In other words, that attribute is to remind you of the illusion you created. Insects are to remind you of boundaries. Insects are a completely different creation. They are opposing forces. In other words, fear, beauty, anger, and repulsion. Cockroaches are created to repulse. Flies are equally repulsive. Yet butterflies are beautiful. Insects are keeping Earth in opposite and equal forces to keep it stable. Trees are wisdom. Ancient trees are wisdom of knowledge of Earth. Plants are necessary for your chemical composition. You need to breathe, and so created plants. Fish reminds you that in reality you don't need to breathe. Each animal and plant life are to show you the truth behind Earth. If you could mind connect to ancient trees, you would be told it is an illusion. And I questioned, can we mind connect, and how? Easily. By meditating under an ancient tree, allow yourself to be that tree and allow the tree to become your source of input of information, like a channel. The tree will be easily accessible because it wants to impart its knowledge to you. Ancient trees can heal your pain and whisper the earth's secrets if you become part of the connection. Most beings on earth do not reason the truth. They have reactions. But the tree is your reasoning. You can connect. Try an experiment with the next wattle tree. Wrap your arms around the trunk. Close your eyes and clear yourselves of negative thoughts. How? Say to the tree, we are one. We come from the divine source of love, and I humbly ask you, tree, to help me understand the illusion better. And the tree will open the channel by vibrating at your frequency. And if you allow the tree to connect to your soul, you will feel a current pass. And this is the power source which opens the information stored inside the tree. Once the current passes into you, there is a connection. And once you connect, the tree can pass on the knowledge. At first, you will lack comprehension because the thoughts are alien ones. But let it be. Allow connection for 10 minutes. Then thank the tree and leave it. Wattle is the easiest. Oak trees are ancient and have too much input if you are a novice. So I asked a question. Can we connect to an animal? You can also connect to Chico. Chico was my dog. You again let go of negativity. Look into his eyes and say, Chico, we come from the same source. Can you please help me see well? Chico will gaze back, and in that look, he is trying to tell you that he can sense other worlds around you. You must focus back, and inside your head, Chico will speak. Again, for the beginner, it does not make sense. Allow it for 5 minutes and repeat each day. And by week 2, you can receive instant thoughts. Chico will help you gain telepathic skills. The trees also. Goodbye for now. We will talk again soon. So I'm randomly going to pick another. So this is a subject, doubt. On 13th of the 6th, 2003, thoughts have filled mankind with doubt. They have planned their lives with troubles to understand their divinity. All that found first love hard because they put obstacles in life to learn many hard lessons. Your life is no different, like all your lives have been. And let's get on to subject dreams and nightmares, which I channeled on the 10th of the 8th, 2005. Welcome back, Jem. When you dream, several things happen. Some dreams represent the events of the day or what you experience, whether real or imagined. For example, a movie can affect dreams. Some dreams are all fun. That is another game. But in your dreams, you are having fun. Some dreams are from fears. Some dreams are from other dimensions and controlled by entities, including guides, aliens, and others. When you have these types of dreams, they are sometimes nightmarish because it depends on the level of dimension where the images have originated. The image sometimes are so intense they can frighten the dreamer and become nightmares. I say, do the symbols mean anything? Yes, if it is dimensional. Some dreams are meaningless experiences for fun. If we come to you in the dreaming state, we bring messengers and they appear as other types of symbolism, which you then change into images of which you know. So I asked, are there other types of dreaming? There are endless types. Predictions of future, predicting disaster, alien abductions, other life games, even being other beings. And I said, what happens when one dreams? And it says, the brain has its movement, has its moments of intense and vivid imagery where it views to see if it is able to use those images to do several things. It dreams to solve issues. It dreams because it needs to accept what it inputted. It dreams of future and the past. The brain needs to dream to learn. The brain needs this extra sense to understand. While the brain dreams, the physical body rests and is recuperating. The soul itself is not in the physical. It exists independently. So I asked, out of body experience, and it said, if the soul is independent of the physical body, then it is always everywhere. These out-of-body experiences are lucid dreaming because your soul is not limited to a body. The silver cord is part of the dream, part of symbolism. The brain thinks the soul could escape, so it creates the cord to keep the soul attached. But if your body is an illusion, then the cord is an illusion. So I asked a question, why did we create dreaming then? It is part of the human experience. There is so much sensory input the brain has to deal with that it needs a process to sort out the information, and while you are conscious, it is still inputting. So whilst you are asleep, it has time to replay what it thinks it needs to keep and store. So I said, what are sick and violent nightmares? They can originate from several sources, including the fears of the dreamer. Sometimes because of the images from another entity are too much and the dreamer is frightened. Sometimes nightmares are used by controlled implants to instill fear. Alien implants, such devices to instill fear. They choose the images as they know what images are horrific to humans. These images are like your movie channels. In similar ways, the implants can be tuned to play a movie that the alien has made. So I'll just finish with one more question. And I said, which aliens implant these devices? The answer, several types. The main race is reptilians, but the other type of device that is implanted to monitor your whereabouts is implanted by the praying mantis alien. They use them to locate their abductees for further abductions. And I've just gone on to more different questions. So please, this book is, out of all the books I have written or channeled, this is my favorite one. And I'll just read you the blurb on the back. Seeing the spirituality behind the negativity, a menu for the game of life, is a powerful and insightful exploration into the deeper purpose behind life's most challenging experiences. Originally published by Exibris in 2015, author Jem Stone has since reclaimed her rights and refined her vision. Now in its 6th edition, this version includes updated content and improved formatting after years of publishing hurdles. In this spiritual guide, Jem draws from experiences as a psychic medium, a seeker, and a survivor to offer readers an empowering lens through which to view life's darker moments, covering topics such as anger, fear, alien encounters, conspiracies, and soul contracts. This book serves as a menu for understanding the emotional, spiritual, and even cosmic forces at play in our everyday lives. Rather than bypassing negativity, Jem invites readers to use it as a sacred teacher, an invitation to grow, evolve, and reconnect with the soul's purpose. Deeply personal, yet universally relevant, this book is for anyone looking to turn pain into wisdom and confusion into clarity. And it's even got a diagram here, and I'll just go back over the page of I share what happens in Lake in Doom. That's the best drawing I could do with art. So I shared what I saw, my Lake in Doom experience, and so as well as channeling, it's me writing as well. I discuss 911 in here, all sorts of things, Christianity, religions, everything that you could think of is just about in here. So originally I started channeling in 2003 and I stopped 2015. So if you originally got the book from Exibris, you won't have the 2015 material. Thank you for watching. Take care of each other and of yourselves, and comment below if you do want to comment. I welcome them. Take care. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.